right to all of us. Just make sure you change it to all panellists and attendees at the bottom. If not, you'll just be writing to the panellists, Lauren and myself. Thank you for joining us today. I know a lot of you will watch from Facebook, and a lot of you will be watching later on today when you're at home and you've got a little bit more time. But I'd like to introduce you to Lauren, who is from Coconut Bay and Serenity at Coconut Bay, who's going to be telling us all about the hotels and the options for the social distancing and all the restaurants and bars, and make us all extremely jealous and want to be there. So Lauren, if I can hand over to you.
Yep, thank you, Sarah. Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you for taking the time to join us today. As Sarah mentioned, I work for Group Promotions, and we are a sales and marketing and representation company. And I have the pleasure of looking after both Coconut Bay Beach Resort and Spa and Serenity at Coconut Bay, our sister property. So both hotels are included in this presentation, and kind of go through all of the facilities and inclusions to give you some key information and USPs to help increase your knowledge of both properties. And like we said, at the end, it'll be open to any questions you have on either properties and or protocols for reopening this year as well. So we're starting off with Coconut Bay. Coconut Bay is St Lucia's only 4-star premium all-inclusive resort, and at Coconut Bay we offer an extensive array of inclusions, facilities, as well as a variety of on-site activities and experiences, which has kept us as the forefront of choice as an incredible kind of great value, great all-rounder, all-inclusive option in St Lucia. And we're very thankful to the UK trade for keeping us at the forefront of clients' choice for a great option in St Lucia. So throughout this presentation, I hope to give you a real insight into the Coconut Bay authentic experience. One thing I like to always point out at this early stage is, since 2013, Coconut Bay has undergone multi-million-dollar refurbishment, and that has seen guest bedrooms be refreshed and updated. All of our public areas, restaurants and bars have been refurbished. We've added restaurants, added beach facilities, added pools, and we're continuously renewing and improving and actually adding to the Coconut Bay experience. So if you ever have clients that have visited us before, even a couple of years ago, and or colleagues that have stayed with us, maybe they've been on a fan trip with us, always encouraged to check out the content and the imagery online, because we really are constantly adding and changing to the product each year. And it's very exciting to be involved with a hotel that's listening to guest feedback and recommendations and constantly adding to the product as well. So we'll start with the most important, location. So we are really conveniently located right down on the south coast of St Lucia, only 5 minutes from the international airport. So that in itself is a great USP off the back. Our guests' holidays start earlier and they last longer. Really convenient with all of those flights returning to the UK, early evening. Our guests really do have full access and full use of that last day and soaking up those last few minutes of sunshine before they head off to the airport. So right down on the south coast, we are on a mile of beach, and we actually sit on 85 acres. So there's a huge amount of space on property. All of our facilities, pools are spread out. And this year more than ever, it's become so relevant and prominent for us to highlight the space we have on property for allowing our guests to holiday responsibly as well. So although we're located down on the south coast, it is still really easily accessible for our guests to get out and see all that the island has to offer. For those of you that aren't aware, to just put it into context, you'll see the arrow and the star markers to where our hotels are located down there. About halfway up on the left-hand side of the image, you'll see the marker and the indicator for the pitons, which the iconic St Lucian pitons located in Soufrière. That's about a 45-minute trip from the resort. So just to put that an idea, still really easily accessible for our guests to get out and see all that the St Lucia has to offer. And we have an adventure tour desk on property, which can help our guests book any of the attractions and key tourist hotspots to visit on island as well. So before I go into detailing a little bit about the property, I'm just going to start with playing you a very short video, which kind of highlights all the different inclusions that we have to offer and how our clients can tailor make the best week of their life while staying with us at Coconut Bay. Okay, so that was just a little short clip, but hopefully gives you a little bit of an indication of the vast array of inclusions and or offerings, not only on property, but also that we can help arrange out on island for our guests to see the very best of St. Lucia. So as I mentioned before, we are the island's only 4-star premium all-inclusive resort. And the main USP and concept of the resort is the strapline that you'll see on a lot of our marketing and on the slide here, 2 worlds in 1. So we very uniquely incorporate 2 separate hotel concepts under the one roof. We have Harmony, which is to the left of the image there, which is our adults only oasis. Over here, we accommodate any guests 18 years old and over. And then to the right-hand side of the white roof, the right-hand side of the image there, we have Splash, which is our family-friendly wing and tropical playground. And over here, we accommodate families traveling with young children, teens and larger groups as well. So when we get asked the question, who do we cater for? We really do cater for anyone and everyone. We are great for families with young children, couples, singles, larger groups, great for multi-generational travel. If nan and granddad, auntie and uncle can stay in Harmony, mum, dad and kids can be in Splash, yet they can still share that in that holiday experience with a lot of communal facilities as well. So a great all-rounder. And we're just trying to highlight some of our accolades here that we're very proud to acknowledge. It'll come down later in the presentation, but a huge and integral part of our business is our destination weddings. And we're very proud to say for the 3rd year running, we've won the UK British Wedding Award. And in addition, some of our Certificate of Excellence and Hall of Fame TripAdvisor acknowledgements as well. So we'll start with Splash, our family-friendly wing. This entire area of the property, so the accommodation for Splash and then all of the area and land in front of it comprises of our Splash wing. And over here, it's for, as it says, the young, but equally for the young at heart as well. There is a buzz all day throughout the wing, from day through to night. We have the island's largest water park over here. We have a fantastic kids club with activity schedules. We actually take kids from newborn. Guests, when parents drop off their children, they're provided with a mobile phone. So it means mum and dad can go off and sit around the adult only pool. They could maybe have a walk along the beach, and they have that direct contact with the kids club if they want to check up, see how their children are doing, and or if the kids club needs to reach out to them. It's a really cool touch, and since it's been implemented, we've seen a really good uptake on it, and it's working really well in allowing our families and our adults traveling with children to still enjoy a bit of harmony when the kids are well away in the kids club. And the kids club activities change daily, but they learn all about St. Lucia for their activities. They tie-dye t-shirts, paint coconuts. They have a whole splash and outside area inside the area of the gated kids club. We also have a teens lounge over in Splash, which is a new addition that we added in last summer. And there was definitely a gap there for those too old for the kids club, but maybe too cool to want to hang around with mum and dad. So we have a fully supervised teens lounge, which is now up and running. So the teens can come in, they have pool table, interactive games, they do kind of silent discos and stuff. So just somewhere for them to hang out that's fully supervised. All of our daily activities and evening entertainment also all takes place over in Splash. In addition to that, we have our largest pool over here, and with our swim up pool bar. There is always a buzz, whether it's water aerobics in the morning to poolside bingo in the afternoon. On Friday, we do a foam party in the splash pool. There is always a buzz and incredible atmosphere, and there is something for anyone and everyone of all ages. So as I mentioned, just to highlight some of the facilities over in Splash that are specific to families travelling with children. We do have family interconnecting rooms in our Splash wing, which can accommodate up to 6 in a room. They are on request year round, but we can accommodate them in our garden and ocean rooms. Excuse me. And in addition to, like I mentioned, the kids club, we also have a petting zoo, which is open year round for our guests to visit as part of the kids club, or our guests can venture there themselves. We also have a paintball course and facility as well. So a huge amount of array of activities for young children through to adults as well. And then on to our splash bedrooms. So on this side of the wing, we have 4 different room categories broken down. And what's nice and easy, and the easy way to upsell, is all the rooms are exactly the same size. The only change as you move up the floor to a different room category are the inclusions and or the view. And ultimately the higher view gets those the higher floor get those ocean views as well. So our garden rooms on the ground floor will either have a king bed and a trundle bed, or the 2 queens. The most popular rooms set up are the 2 images actually on the left-hand side, which are our premium splash and our concierge splash rooms. They come complete with 1 king bed and then the trundle beds, which we'll see the image of on the bottom left-hand side. And the beauty of those and why they work so well and are so popular is they are 2, when you pull out the bed underneath, they actually are 2 separate single beds, which is great for siblings not wanting to share, wanting to have their own bed. But the roll away and able to push that away means a family of 4 in that room then have a lot of space and extra space in the room throughout the day as well. One thing I always like to highlight here, because we do sometimes get asked the question, is regarding room occupancies and can you accidentally book families into Harmony or vice versa. Every single room category, either Splash or Harmony, has Splash or Harmony in the room name itself. And how it's always built into our own system and with the tour operators that you couldn't book children, teens or infants into any of the Harmony rooms. It would just default. What you can do though is obviously any adult only bookings, availability wise, if you were searching for 2 adults, if no Harmony rooms were available, our Splash rooms would appear in a search result. And to mention that, if adults do stay over in Splash, their room is allocated in the family wing. However, they can spend all of their free time during the day, use of the pool, they can spend it all over in Harmony. So the restriction isn't where they're staying, the restriction is just no children over in Splash. So just to note, if you get any of those inquiries as well from availability wise. And then we're moving on to, it's a complete contrast on the other side of the resort is Harmony. Now, with the day to night time buzz and atmosphere and music and activities going on in Splash, Harmony is a complete world away. And again, people often ask this question, but the beauty of us being on 85 acres means our guests can be down in Harmony at one of the 2 pools, relaxing, very quiet and having a very peaceful time. You would not know or hear anything going on down in Splash unless you ventured over there. So that's why they can still work so well, and the beauty of it, because they are, each wing itself is very well spaced out. And again, this year more than ever, it proves the importance of that responsible social distancing because of the huge amount of space and just the actual number of facilities that we have available throughout both wings as well. So like I mentioned, down in Harmony, it's much more chilled and laid back and perfectly suiting for guests who are buying into that adult-only concept and throughout the day maybe want some Caribbean music playing in the background at the bar, but other than that, they want a very more laid back and peaceful concept. So over here in Harmony, we have 2 adult-only pools, which offer poolside waiter service, as well as a Tiki bar. And we also have hammocks dotted around the Harmony wing as well, in the lawn in front of the Harmony accommodation block, for guests that want to relax and unwind, maybe under a palm tree. We do also have the ever popular and now infamous sun tracker beds. So they are the image on the bottom left-hand corner there. You'll see the sun tracker beds on some square decking with the blue umbrella in the middle. Ultimately, they are 2 sunbeds that are based on decking there, and underneath that decking is a wheel. And that wheel turns 360 degrees to follow the sun, just by the pull of a rope. So not only do you get the full benefit of you're right by the ocean, you're hearing the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks below you, you've got your bar next to you where you can get your cooling cocktails throughout the day, and just by the pull of a rope, you can follow the sun 360 degrees. And again, they are exclusive to our Harmony guests, so located just down here, or any adult-only guests that come over to use Harmony facilities. But as you can imagine, they're very popular, and I always encourage people to try them out when down on Harmony as well. So over in Harmony, following on with our adult-only concept, we also have our beautiful and fairly newly refurbished oceanfront spa. So Oceanfront Spa has 8 indoor treatment rooms and 3 oceanfront cabanas. And the oceanfront cabanas that you'll see in the image there are perfect for couples maybe wanting a couples massage or a scrub or some kind of lovely treatment. Because of their location, you'll hear the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks beneath you while you're getting a massage. You usually have to be woken up at the end by your massage therapist when the treatment is done. In addition to that, we also have a full service salon in the spa, which is perfect for guests maybe wanting a little something extra, and or for our bridal parties that can come into the spa for on the morning of their special day for wedding hair and or makeup, or maybe manicures and pedicures as well. So like I mentioned, the spa has been recently upgraded in our ever-going refurbishment program, and all of the treatment rooms and decor has been given a facelift as well. So moving on to our Harmony accommodations. So it's fairly straightforward in that the blocks are also 4 floors high, just like over in Splash, and each floor represents a different room category. Again, all of the rooms are the exact same side, all forward facing. And again, just like with Splash, the rooms, as you move up the floors, it's the added inclusions that you get within the room. And on top of that, the ocean views that you'll get with the top floors as well. So we have all of our rooms in Harmony can accommodate up to 4 adults, excluding our junior suite. Now, our junior suite is on the top floor, and our concierge junior suite. And this room is the image on the right-hand side here. And these rooms consist of 1 4-poster bed, so we can only accommodate 2 adults in this room. But all other rooms in Harmony, like I said, can accommodate up to a maximum of 4. Because remember, Harmony is adult only, so it's not specific to couples. We can have solo guests traveling and or groups of 4 as well. So you'll see the mention of the concierge rooms there. So in our top 2 room categories, Premium Ocean and Junior Suite, guests have the option to book those rooms standalone as they are, or they can also pay the upcharge and book them as a concierge. So a concierge premium or a concierge junior suite. And by doing so, our guests will get those added and extra concierge benefits throughout their entire stay. So perhaps you've got honeymooners and or clients that are celebrating a special birthday or anniversary, or just have that little bit extra to spend and would like something special. So the concierge can be added on to those top 2 categories, as it can do with the top category in Splash. And our guests just get that little extra VIP treatment. They get a private dedicated check-in, resort orientation with our concierge. Our concierge are then on hand throughout their stay, can assist with reservations for dinner, tour, spa appointments and things like that. In addition, they'll get the turn down service and some extra amenities in their rooms as well regarding the in-room minibar. So checking out the full details on our website regarding the optional extras as well. It's just to bear in mind if you wanted to look for something a little bit extra special for your clients. So aside from the 2 resorts split out themselves, because we are a premium all-inclusive resort, we have an unlimited array of inclusions and activities that are available throughout the property for all of our guests as well. So irrespective of whether guests are staying in Harmony or Splash, we offer unlimited water sports, so snorkeling, kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, as you'll see mentioned there. We also have a surf shack, which is open from November through to April, so for windsurfing and kite surfing. And this is open, we're very popular with those who are qualified windsurfers, but also for those that maybe want to take up a new skill whilst on holiday, learn something new. There's an additional fee for that, but it's something that our guests can make use of as well. So it's for experienced kite surfers as well as beginners. In addition to those water sport facilities, we have a whole array of inclusions throughout the property. We have tennis and basketball courts. As I mentioned before, a daily jam-packed activity schedule. So every morning we have water aerobics, we do nature walks, poolside bingo, beach football, tie-dye competitions, cooking classes, a whole range of different things going on throughout the day. In addition to that, we have an incredible entertainment team that put on an incredible entertainment schedule early evening through till night. Once a month, we do a full moon beach party, St. Lucian style, down on our beach. And the beauty of having a mile of beach means we have access to do that right at the northest part of our beach, away from any guest bedrooms. So we have glow sticks, a beach bar, and it's a really incredible evening. We also have theme nights. We do kids' hay rides to beach bonfires, karaoke, and a very famous and popular adult-only chocolate buffet on a Friday night, which, as you can imagine, is a sure favourite. But that just gives you a real indication that we really do have something for everyone, not only with the facilities in both Splash and Harmony, but also through our entire daily activity and evening entertainment schedule. We cater for from young children through to adults and larger groups. And the beauty of the resort and the number of facilities we have, I mean, it's really easy if guests are not interested in the evening entertainment. They'd like a quiet dinner and after dinner cocktail and then head back to their room. The beauty of it means it's easy for guests to do that as well because of the number of facilities that we have open and available as well. So coming on to what everyone asks and what everyone's keen to know, food and drink. And again, being a premium all-inclusive, it's really important that we ensure that we get this right. And I'm very proud to say in the last couple of years, we've refreshed menus, upgraded restaurants, and we're really offering incredible high quality, high level food and drink offerings throughout our resort. So at Coconut Bay, we have a total of 9 restaurants on property. Now, these range from a la carte and buffet dining and both indoor and outdoor options as well for dinner. We have diverse menus, so something for every palate with either casual or signature dining options. We also cater for intolerances and or dietary requirements. So any guests that have that concern before traveling, please do reach out to us. We will have a chef and or someone in our food and beverage department to meet with the guests on arrival, speak with them about their options and ensure that they are looked after throughout their stay. We're fully aware that for some people with intolerances and or requirements, it can be quite nerving traveling and ensuring that you know, the holiday that they're booking is going to be suitable and able to cater to them. And we want to, you know, ensure that your clients are aware that we can and we will. So please feel free to send through any requests in advance, but we will always ensure that our team meet with the guests on arrival and make sure they're looked after throughout the week as well. So to mention, like I mentioned, some of our restaurants with both indoor and outdoor dining options. Some of our most popular dining is the Jerk Tree House, which was built maybe 3 or 4 years ago now, which is a fab addition. So our guests can actually climb up into the tree house and order jerk sausage, jerk chicken, rice and peas, plantain, and have a real casual, authentic Caribbean lunch. And as you can imagine, that's been incredibly popular since it's opened and was added to our all-inclusive offering a couple of years ago. As it mentioned there, we always like to highlight, we're very proud of the fact of our farm to table initiative. We have greenhouses on site. So the majority of fruit and vegetables that are available in our buffet restaurant and or all our a la carte restaurants, in our dishes and salad bars, are actually grown on site. And you'll see markers around the resort in our restaurants to highlight that as well. Now moving on to our drinks offerings in our bars. So all of our bars on property serve premium brand spirits, and they are included in the all-inclusive package at no additional charge. In addition to that, we serve beer, cooling cocktails, wine by the glass, and soft drinks as well. I always encourage our guests that when they're visiting any particular bar to ask the bartender for the cocktail of the day. We also have one of the most popular bars is our swim up pool bar on the left hand side here. And you'll see it has two entrances and two kind of, you might just be able to make out the surfboard menus that are attached to the beans there. So we have one entrance for the adults to come up and try the cocktail of the day, or themselves work through the cocktail menu on the board there. And then on the right hand side, there's a separate access point for our children. So our children can swim up here and order their mocktails in the plastic cups and feel quite grown up about getting their soft drinks as well. One of our most popular bars at night is the bar that you'll see on the right hand side of the image here, which is our Peter John's rum bar. And we have a huge, vast array collection of Caribbean's finest rums. And then right outside this bar, we have our beautiful Stargazers deck, which is the perfect place to relax with a rum cocktail after a day by the pool or by the beach. But in all, at all of our bars, and in turn at all of our restaurants, all of those premium brand spirits, which we used to have a surcharge for, are now included as standard, which has helped rebrand us as a premium all-inclusive resort. So Grey Goose Vodka, Tanqueray Gin, Johnny Walker Black are all included unlimited as standard in our all-inclusive offering as well. And now coming on to weddings. Like I mentioned, weddings are an integral part of our business at Coconut Bay, and it's proud to say something that we've been recognised for in the executing very well for our clients. So we have a whole range of different packages, and we can send through further detail after this with a real detailed breakdown of all those packages and what they entail. But ultimately, our packages range in size and costs from the lead-in package at $799, and our largest wedding package coming in at $9,000. And it really does depend on ultimately what the couple are after and or the size of their wedding party traveling with them. All the wedding packages are completely customizable, and there are a whole array and a huge shopping list of extras that we can add on. So bride and grooms can really tailor make their wedding and make it very unique and special to them. And as we say, the something blue with us is always included. One thing we always like to highlight is we only execute and confirm one wedding per day. So the bridal couple really do feel completely special. It is their day, and the full focus of our team, our weddings team, and the team assisting with the wedding on property are dedicated to them as well. We have a couple of different wedding options, location options for our guests. And again, we can tailor make the package and the location options decor wise and inclusions of the package depending on what our bridal parties are after. And again, feel free if anyone would like me to send through the more detailed wedding brochure and or a list of all our packages and all our inclusions in much further detail, then please just let me know and I'll be happy to share that with you as well. And again, linking on from weddings, not only do we execute weddings and reception dinners as well, but Coconut Bay has a vast array of different options and locations for celebrations, whether that be wedding anniversaries and or special birthdays. So if you've got clients that you know, are traveling to the hotel for a special occasion and on review would maybe like something a little bit more extra special and would like to pay for a private event. As you can see from some of the decor and the images included here, it is always possible. We have the space, we have the facilities, so just keep it in mind if you get any other requests, aside from weddings as well, for any other kind of special celebrations. Okay, well, that was Coconut Bay in a nutshell. And like I said, please feel free at the end to let me know if you have any questions. But now moving on to our sister property, which is literally just across the road and set just behind Coconut Bay itself. And Serenity offers the ultimate in luxury and is specifically designed for couples looking for a real kind of perfect romantic getaway in the Caribbean. Now, before I start going through kind of inclusions and details, I'm just going to show you this very short video just to give you a little interactive insight into the Serenity experience and what we offer. Okay, so Serenity itself really does have that wow factor, as I hope you would have seen from that short clip in that video there. So Serenity at Coconut Bay first opens its doors in autumn of 2017. So we're a fairly new and recently established hotel, and like I mentioned, sister property set just behind Coconut Bay. We're very proud to actually say that in that very short time of being open and operational, we have secured the #1 traveller ranked hotel spot in St. Lucia on TripAdvisor. And that's a fantastic accolade at any stretch, but even more importantly for a hotel that's only been open now for a few years. But that really is testament to the incredible staff. People always ask me, you know, if I could say what's the best thing about Serenity and also Coconut Bay. And I hope you'll agree by the end of this, there are amazing facilities, there are amazing inclusions, but honestly, the staff really are #1. And we're really proud of how well they look after our guests, and that warmth, St. Lucia warmth and friendliness that really resonates, and ultimately keeps our guests coming back again. So the resort itself consists of 36 plunge pool butler suites. Now, all of these suites have spacious indoor and outdoor living areas. The entrance of each suite opens up onto your very own private deck and plunge pool. Now, this outdoor area that you'll see from the image on the right-hand side there, just like the indoor, is completely private space. So when we're talking about space and or inclusions in the suite, we're including both that indoor and outdoor space. So guests can come in, lock the gate, and then they have all of that private space for them as well. Our suites range in size from our smallest suite at 1,200 square feet through to our grand at 1,900 square feet. So there is a huge amount of space for a couple to enjoy and really make their own. Just the general setup of Serenity itself and the room features, like I just mentioned, really do make it the perfect place now more than ever to practice safe social distancing, still whilst enjoying Caribbean luxury and a 5-star experience. Guests have, you know, access to everything they need in that suite with the pool itself, and the butler service, which I'll come on to in a minute, means that it's the most perfect place to practice safe social distancing and holiday responsibly. So each of the suites have the private and spacious plunge pool are unique in design. The decor blends Caribbean aesthetics, all the plush service furnishings and luxury bedding. Where possible, when we were building Serenity, a lot of local furnishings were included and sourced. So we have St. Lucia river rock and granite in all of the bathrooms, and the 4-poster beds and the handcrafted furniture that you see in the image there were all made using St. Lucian owned mahogany. So there's a whole range of in-suite amenities that are included as standard in all 36 suites. So all 36 suites come with 24-hour butler service. So when our guests arrive, like you would have seen from the short clip in that video there, our personal butler will take the guests straight into their suite, and their check-in process and resort orientation is done from the comfort of their own suite. So there's no queuing at reception, hanging around, waiting to be checked in. Our personal butlers guide the guests right in. If there's a bit of a walk, they're put onto the golf cart and driven right round to their suite. So it's that real kind of personal touch and care right from the offset. In addition to that, with the 24-hour butler service, guests also get 24-hour room service as well. Nightly turn down, vacation planning assistance. So our butlers are on hand as little or as much as the guests require. And requirements and offerings are the same that you would expect with any butler service, but butlers can unpack suitcases, confirm dinner reservations, book spa appointments, run bubble baths, and also with the room service as well, deliver cocktails and or afternoon lunch or cocktails to the room as well. Regarding the outdoor luxuries, like you would have seen in the image there, so all of the rooms do come complete with the private plunge pool, lounge chairs, a hammock for 2, and a personalised wet bar, which is restocked. So guests can reach out to us, and in turn we will contact the team and the butlers ahead of their arrival if there's a particular brand of rum they like, if they like red or white wine, if they'd like to try the local beer, whatever it is they like as their favourite drink, we can tailor make, and their wet bar will be personalised to them on arrival as well. Aside from all of the array of facilities in the suite, we also have extensive 5-star top-end luxury facilities and inclusions available for the guests throughout the resort. So we're staying in Serenity. Guests have unlimited gourmet dining, unlimited wine and premium spirits. So our premium spirits are included in both bars as standard. We have crafted cocktails, gourmet in-suite dining. So all of the suites come complete with a privacy box and privacy hatch. So if guests are in the room and call through to their butler and would like to maybe order a pizza for lunch and a bottle of champagne or some cocktails in the afternoon, they can call through to their butler. When the food is ready, the butler will deliver it to the room. If the gate is locked, we will take that as the guests do not wish to be disturbed. So we place the meal and or drinks or whatever it is they've ordered into the privacy box, and our guests can collect it from the other side. This concept was put together when we first opened and really wanted to highlight that kind of intuitive butler service and allowing our guests to make use of the suite and that private space. But like I've mentioned before, this year more than ever, it's proven to be extremely popular and relevant to have that complete contactless service. And should guests wish to, they can order breakfast, lunch and dinner in that way and have all of that as their in-suite dining, and I'll ultimately never leave their suite. We've had some guests do it before, and now more than ever, it's still an option for guests to do that and still have somewhere to sunbathe in the day and somewhere to take a little swim in the afternoon as well. So regarding our dining options, we have a absolutely stunning, as you'll see from the image here, gourmet dining restaurant, which is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And in the Great House, again, in turn with the property, and we include the highest quality ingredients and a load of local produce as well. As I mentioned, in addition to that, guests do also have the option of a number of different ways to dine, not only in the restaurant or with the outdoor seating, but again, in-suite dining. And in addition, they can eat around the pool if they want something at lunch, like more of a snack at the afternoon time as well. But again, just to highlight, Serenity really is the perfect place for romance, for honeymooners and or couples looking for that more high-end luxury, with that attentive butler service, which again, as I mentioned, is optional. It can be adhered to and accepted as much or as little as the guest wants. And our butlers really do pay attention to what kind of holiday our guests are after. If they'd rather lock the gate, be left alone and enjoy their indoor and outdoor space in their suite, our butlers will kind of monitor that and just keep an eye on them throughout their stay. Alternatively, some of our guests like that regular contact, like that extra bit of TLC and looking after, and ultimately that's what the team are there for as well. We do have one communal pool over at Serenity and 6 poolside cabanas, as well as a bar that's open from late morning through to late at night. Again, the beauty of the setup, the communal pool is still open and will be open when the resort reopens its doors on the 1st of August this year. But again, given that we're only 36 suites, what we've found even before this year and at the a lot of guests, a lot of them stay in their suite or some venture over to the beach. So it's very easy space-wise for everyone to practice safe social distancing and still experience and enjoy all of the facilities and inclusions that Serenity has to offer as well. And like I mentioned as well, guests do also have access to the beach. So I will show a map in a minute that will give you a little bit of a better indication, but Serenity guests do have beach cabanas located on our mile of beach just across the road at Coconut Bay, which guests have access to. And our butler can drive our guests up there, put together a call bag for them with maybe some cocktails, something to eat for lunch, and then they have that beach access and day as well. So although the resort is not beachfront, it's very easily accessible to get out and make use of the beach every day should our guests wish. Talking about romance and being a couples only hotel, we had to include that real wow factor wedding package for our Serenity guests. And I don't think of it, I can't possibly think of anything better. I always tell people when they ask me if they were to do one activity or one excursion in St. Lucia, what would it be? And I always say, for me, the best is to see the pitons from the water. Well, this wedding package ones up my idea because this is the opportunity for bride and groom to say their vows and get married with the pitons as the backdrop. And it really does, as you can see, have that incredible wow factor. Given the fact that it actually takes place on a catamaran, it is limited in number size, as you'll see from the details here. But perhaps you've got clients that are eloping, traveling alone, and or with one or two or a couple of other guests each. This really has that incredible wow service. Perhaps clients are considering us and or another resort on Ireland or elsewhere in the Caribbean for their wedding. But hopefully this is that pull in and gives them that incredible wow factor that will encourage them to book with us. Oh, sorry. And just to highlight one quick offer that we have in place for Serenity, in addition to all of the fabulous 5-star luxurious inclusions that I mentioned in the suite and throughout Serenity, we have an incredible USP and value add for any of your clients that you book to Serenity. So all clients have to do is book to stay a minimum of 7 nights and they receive $1,000 worth of holiday inclusions on top of any EVB saving or any rate discount that's already out there. And all clients have to do is book to stay minimum of 7 nights. And this really is a fantastic offer. It includes activities off island, in-suite couples massage, and some real key elements and additions that possibly guests would purchase and or look to book when they're on island anyway. Now, 7 nights seems feasible, but it might be that clients are considering twinning us with another hotel or another island. If possible, if they're looking at 3, 4, maybe 5 nights, if you can stretch them out to those 7 nights, this is the real hook and what they're getting extra on top of that as well. I just wanted to quickly add this in here now. I'm coming to the end of the presentation, just to give you an idea of how both resorts look location-wise. Serenity is situated just over the back here, and I hope you can see my mouse hovering over it. So Serenity's here, And this is a private road, so, you know, there's no ongoing traffic other than transfers coming in. And then Coconut Bay sits at the forefront of the image here, and is all of this space down the front here. So again, it's a stone's throw away. The beauty of Serenity itself is you do not necessarily know that Coconut's there unless you venture over. The resorts themselves run and operate as two completely standalone properties. Serenity guests are not going to be laying in their luxury suite and hear noise from the kids club or hear noise from karaoke in the evening. They're close enough but set further enough back that they run operational, and unless you ventured over as Serenity guests, you wouldn't know that Coconut Bay was there. Now, again, just to touch on the multi-generational travel, and remember that you can also add Serenity into the mix for groups and or wedding bookings. I always like to highlight this. Mum, dad and kids, or anyone can be between any splash or harmony, and maybe bride or groom, and or any guests that have a little bit extra to spend, or a little bit more of a luxury product, they can actually venture over to Serenity. The wedding can take place at Coconut, and or their special celebration if they're doing that as well. So it's just to highlight the link for linking in both properties as well. This slide just runs through some of our kind of key selling points, which I have kind of mentioned, but just to highlight is more than ever is the fact that we are on 85 acres and we do have a mile of beach. There is a huge amount of space. For our reopening on the 1st of October this year at Coconut Bay, we are installing all relevant protocols to make sure that our guests and staff adhere to all social distancing requirements around pools on the beach, in restaurants and bars, and all public areas. So yeah, we're kind of gearing up for that. And again, just some key highlights that are coming up here now that I've mentioned in regarding our location and the actual concept of the resort as well, and what we can offer our clients. Now, most importantly, I know everyone after listening to me talk for a while is very keen to know what's in it for you. Oh, sorry, my slides have jumped. And we want to say a huge thank you to the trade and to the agents. Never more so than this year. We are always very grateful for your support, but this year more than ever, we understand how important it's been to be recognised and or thanked. So firstly, thank you to everyone for your ongoing support of both of the hotels up until now. And again, just wanted to highlight some of our key reward offers for both properties. Now, please note these slides do indicate that both incentives are due to expire at the end of the month, but we are looking to extend these, so apologies that they haven't been updated. Just to touch on Coconut Bay first, so you can earn up to £200 for every booking you make to Coconut Bay on a minimum stay of 7 nights or longer, which is fab. It's a tiered reward system, so you can actually earn from booking a deluxe ocean room or higher. All the details are on the website at the bottom, seabayrewards.com. But you can earn up to £200 per booking. In addition to that, earn 1 free night for every 7-night booking. It's so important to have you guys come down and stay with us, and we would regularly encourage you to earn those rewards, collect together your free nights to come stay with us, and or if you would like to stay with us even before you've earned or collected any free nights, we have some fantastic agent rates set up for you to come down and stay with us. If you do come down and stay at Coconut Bay, you will also have access to go over, and I will arrange for you to go over and see Serenity while you're there. It's very important for you to see and experience that product as well, just so you can go back and share photos with your colleagues and clients about how amazing it all is as well. And then we're moving on to the big wow factor of our Serenity reward for agents. So with Serenity, you can earn up to £500 per booking on any booking made for a minimum of 7 nights, which is incredible. I wish I could book myself. So the rewards in the 3-room categories at Serenity are a £300, £400 or £500 reward on a minimum of a 7-night stay, which again is absolutely incredible, and a huge thank you to the UK Trade, who we're incredibly grateful for your support. So you've got fantastic savings and benefits for your clients, with savings of up to 60%. You've also then got the Grand Romance package on top, which I mentioned, for your clients of $1,000 worth of holiday inclusions. And then on top of that, you yourselves can earn up to £500 per booking. Now, these bookings, the booking incentives for both Coconut Bay and Serenity, the bookings can be made through any of your preferred tour operator partners that contract and sell both properties, and they are readily available and on sale with all UK tour operators. Feel free to, I can always send you a list if anyone wants to check any with me, but all the details can be found at seabayrewards.co.uk and respectively serenityrewards.co.uk. That's it from me. Sorry, I did overrun. It's a lot to try and cram in, and I'm still sure that there's more to add. But thank you all again for taking the time to log in and listen today. As mentioned, please do feel free to email and or call us. We're more than happy to help if you would like extra information and or you've got any extra questions, or if colleagues would like any additional training. Please use us as the UK sales and marketing team. We're here to help in any way we can. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lauren. That was brilliant. And yeah, the incentives up to £500 per booking. I mean, wow. So yeah, get advertising some deals for Serenity and Sea Bay. We've just got a couple of questions that have come through for you. Jacqueline has asked about some rates, some staff rates. But I will say you've offered them already on the presentation. And just, Jacqueline, if you just drop Lauren an email, she'll be able to tell you, what she can do for the 1st of August dates. Also, what activities are on at the moment? So is there anything specific that when the hotel reopens for Sea Bay, is there going to be sort of limited activities, or will pretty much everything be running and open, Lauren?
Yes, so at present, we're reopening the resort, Coconut Bay, on the 1st of October. Now, we have revised what we're calling our Paradise Protection Protocols for all of the requirements based on government advice. There will be some tweaks and changes that are listed on the website, but all of the inclusions that we mentioned will still be available. It may be adjusted in how they're offered, but there have been no changes as of yet. One thing I will like to highlight though is this, obviously, as everyone's aware, is fluid and is ever changing. We are adjusting our protocols based on government advice and restrictions. So right now it'll be kind of slight tweaks to our check-in process and the kind of arrival, our transportation, and tweaks to our restaurants and bars. But when I say tweaks, they're tweaks for the protection of guests and staff. It's not that anything is going to be unavailable and or removed from the offering at present. But there's a section on the website. If you go to seabayresort.com, and right at the top there's a travel advisory update, and that links to our COVID page. And right now it lists everything that's correct as of today, and we're updating that if and when we're required to do so based on government advice.
Brilliant, thank you. Linda's just asked, what are the forms or restrictions, if any, for St. Lucia, and how will the all-inclusive buffets work during the coronavirus?
Okay, so there'll be no buffet restaurants as advised by St. Lucian government on reopening during phase 1. So our buffet restaurants will be revised and will be served as a la carte. So the buffet restaurants, the menu, the food themselves will all still be available. It will just be the way the food is available to the guest, ordering wise, and service will be tweaked.
Perfect. Sonia's just asked, for Serenity, how do you summon your butler? Do they have mobiles, or do you have buttons, or is there a specific way?
Excuse me. Yes, sorry. So when guests check in, they're provided with a mobile phone. So the butler will take them to the suite, they complete the registration form and process their check-in. The butler will give them a room orientation and then provide them with a mobile phone, which they'll have throughout their stay. So this will give the guests direct contact to their butler. So they could be over at the beach and want to call through to their butler for a bath to be run or a bottle of wine to be in the room when they return, and they have that direct contact throughout their stay as well.
Brilliant. Dawn's just asked as well, are the rewards for direct bookings only? And I can answer that no. This is for any bookings made through any of your favourite tour operators. All you need to do is log your booking on the reward platform, and it's as simple as that. There must be just 7 nights. So yeah, go ahead and book through whichever tour operator is your preferred. We have got, do guests need to make reservations to dine at restaurants at Coconut Bay? This has come from Karen.
Yes, for our 2 a la carte restaurants, Silk and Calabash, they do require reservation, and those reservations can be made once the guests arrive on property. We don't do take any reservations pre-arrival, just to ensure that once guests are on property, we can ensure that all guests fairly have an opportunity to book any of our 9 restaurants, or have an option to eat in them all whilst they're there.
Okay, perfect. Are the hotels going to be COVID approved?
Yes, so we have done our part, from a hotel point of view. We have prepared and sent over documentation for both Serenity and also Coconut Bay, and it's now with the government to process. One thing we are aware of is the government are working, on hotels in date order of reopening. So just to recap, Serenity is reopening on the 1st of August and Coconut Bay is reopening on the 1st of October. So what we are expecting to see is Serenity getting our approval fairly soon, in time for our reopening, and Coconut Bay maybe further down the list, given that we're not reopening till October. Most of the hotels that are now getting their approval are already opened and or reopening soon. So it's all done from our side. We're just awaiting for that certification. Okay,
perfect. Okay, so that's answered that one. Are butlers all males?
No, we have a mix of both male and female butlers on our staff at Serenity.
Perfect. Lauren, we've just got a request for your contact details. Does everybody get hold of you via the Coconut Bay at grouppromotions.com?
That's our general reservations email, but I'm more than happy to, in the chat, drop in my personal email too. I will do that right now for you. So just to reconfirm, everyone, the details you'll see on the slide here, as you can see, so for our res teams here in the UK, on my team for Coconut and Serenity, for general reservation and support. Anything that you do send can be forwarded on to me, but I'll also in the chat now just drop my personal email address as well, so you have that.
Brilliant. I'll send an email out as well with it so that everybody's got it.
Thank you.
If it goes out. Does anybody else have any more questions? Sorry, we've fired a lot at you, Lauren. We do apologise.
No, don't be silly. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Perfect. No, I think that's it. So what I'll do is I'll drop you all an email with Lauren's contact details, and then if you've got any questions, please let her know. If you want the wedding packages, but please, again, if you're not signed up to the rewards programs, please go ahead and log your bookings and earn some amazing incentives. You know, to earn up to £500 per booking is just incredible. So thank you for the time, everybody. Sorry it's gone on a little bit longer, but it's very, very informative and it should certainly help you be able to sell. Thank you, Lauren, for your time today. And we will see you all soon.
You're welcome. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.